Okay, the Select-object commandlet. For the first time, we're going to begin to alter what's in the output. Now, when we were up here on sorting objects, we sorted things in that we rearranged them, but we didn't really remove anything from the output. Now, the Select-object command actually removes something, so the output object is smaller than the input object. In other words, we're actually filtering something. And in the Select-object commandlet, what we're actually filtering are the properties of something. So, in other words, we are filtering out some of the columns from the output. So, let's try this out. Let's do our get service. I use this command a lot because it can do almost everything, and by choosing some of the more difficult commands, it's just harder to find ones that do everything you want them to do. So this just happens to be a good one. Select object, and let's select the objects that we want, name and status. There we go, and we have the names and the status. Now wait a minute, how do I know that I don't have anything else here? Well, remember when we did the sort object, we proved earlier, not in this video, but in an earlier video, we proved by sending it out to a CSV file that we could see all 14 parameters, and those parameters existed, properties, even though those properties were not listed on the screen. So let's do the same thing here. Let's go select object name status, and I'm going to pipe that to export CSV, and we will send it to D desktop services.csv, like that. All right, let's go to our desktop and look at that file. Oh, look, we only have those two properties, and that's all that we have in the output. So we know now that we are actually getting rid of, remember there were 16 properties showing, so we only had, so we got rid of 14 of them. We're only showing 2 properties left. Well, very interesting. So we are actually filtering out some information from this. So notice that we are filtering, we're filtering the columns, so those are the properties, remember. And we can also rearrange those properties. So let's go back here, and instead of name status, let's change this to status name. And now you see I have the status first and then the name, whereas before I had the name first and then the status. So we can rearrange the order of the columns as well. We can choose the properties we want, of course, using the property parameter, but once again, the property parameter in this case is positional, and because it's positional, we don't actually have to say the word property. All right, so that's it for select object.